Okay, welcome to day 13. Yep, that's right. I'm starting to lose count. Day 13 of the Whisky Advent calendar, and today we're in one of the more popular whiskeys that you'll find if you ever ask for scotch at a nice bar. So say you go to any bar in America and they have a decent scotch selection, you have like a 90% chance they're gonna have this whiskey. It's the Balvenie Doublewood, 12-year-old Doublewood, and just a classic example of a Speyside whiskey. They were one of the first to start finishing whiskeys in a different barrel. That's why the Doublewood, so it starts in bourbon oak, moves into sherry. And finishing is a thing that you have to be really careful with. Every time I read about finishing, it just sort of makes me nervous, because if you think about it, you're taking something that you sort of cultivated and took care of for a decade or more, right? Some 11 years. And then you're putting it into a wine cask at the end that could completely destroy everything. So imagine pouring that into a wine cask going, I hope this turns out all right. Because if it doesn't, man, what a massive screw up. That's going to be hard to stomach. I'm guessing they did it on a small scale first, but still, man, that's gutsy. So to be one of the first to go, hey, let's start this in bourbon oak and then finish it with a little bit of wine barrel instead of all wine barrel all the time. I think that's a great idea because it lets the whiskey itself kind of shine through with just a tinge of the wine sweetness. And so I think that's a great idea. Balvenie Doublewood, I've had it so much, like the Lagavulin, it's hard to come up with a new perspective on it, but it is a Speyside and it is a friendly whiskey. It doesn't smell near as floral or not floral, but as sweet and clingy as yesterday's Tomen did. And just so you know, remember what I said? I'm keeping it. Oh look, I kept it. This is Tomen from yesterday. This is not the Tomen from yesterday. This is a Tomen from same one we had yesterday. And this is the Balvenie Doublewood. And let me just make sure I have the color right so that I don't mix these two up. Yeah, you can sort of see this one's a little bit pink and this one's not. I don't know, you're not gonna be able to see that the same way I am, but go buy a bottle of each. You can do the same comparison. So sure enough, in Tomen I get heavy butterscotch, and in Balvenie it's way more subtle. That makes me kind of like Balvenie a little bit more right out of the bat. Right out of the gates. Right off the bat, right out of the gate. Yep. I'm going to claim, in my opinion, Balvenie the clear winner on this one. Much more interesting, more complicated. There's more going on. It's richer. It's not pure, sweet, and smooth. Still sort of candy sweet on the very end, but it starts with some drama. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but we're 13 days in. Hopefully you have. I don't give tasting notes the way that most people give tasting notes, right? My frustration with most whiskey is that you'll read on the back of the bottle, you know, oh, you're going to taste coffee and nutmeg and toffee and wood and all these things. And I find that once I say that, I can't get that out of my head, and I'm doomed to taste that for all time whenever I drink that whiskey again. I like to just drink it and try to figure out how it feels and what's going on with it, and I try not to give it too many words because I'm thinking things in my brain on what I think I'm finding in there, but I feel like if I just start naming them, then it deprives you of the chance to find flavors in there that I may not be finding. So I don't want to take that away from you. So I'm going to tell you kind of dramatically how it goes, but I'm not going to give you actual flavor profiles. You can get that on the bottle. That's just about the only thing people write on the bottle these days. Yeah. Balvenie Doublewood starts with a good kind of earthy dryness and then moves into that sweet wine finish. Not a lot to say about it. Classic distillery. You can get it just about any bar that has a good selection. So, looking forward to seeing what comes next in this Scotch world we find ourselves in. Hopefully we'll switch it up again. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.